think every company we've been to have talked about core values, right? Not one of them, I can honestly say, had lived up to them. And one of the reasons why we started this company from scratch is to really make sure that we nailed that piece of it. But the 5 core values are something that we live, breathe, and sleep. Actually, everybody that comes into the company has an hour-and-a-half meeting with me, and to really make sure that everybody understands what those core values are, and make sure that there's an alignment before they start their first day. So, the first core value that we have is client first. We know that we don't sell car loans or checking accounts or CDs, or, we do one thing, and that's provide a mortgage. And if we can't get that client experience right, if we can't, knock the cover off the ball and make sure that that client is extremely happy walking away from the closing table, we're not doing our job, right? And so we need to make sure that everybody in the company knows that is paramount, to make sure that it's client experience, client first, and we go above and beyond. The second core value is one of my favorites. It's called the thumb rule. And we're a society of finger pointers, right? That person didn't do this, or I didn't get this from that person, or that. And that's a really great way to place blame and deflect off of us as individuals. We call it the thumb rule. And the thumb rule is looking back at ourselves first. And what that means is let's say something didn't go right? Didn't go the way we wanted it to go, or the way it should have gone. Looking back at yourself first to say, hey, how could I have upgraded something that I have done? How could I have changed my communication, right? How could I have asked for it differently, or maybe follow up with an email, or set agreements with people? It just allows us, when things don't go right? We can't deflect it. We gotta look at ourselves first and say, hey, how could I upgrade myself? How could I have done it differently to get a different result? The third core value is always growing, right? It's always growing as people, and professionally and personally. We do things internally like the Calm app, and for personal, and we do yoga every Wednesday, Wednesday morning. But then on the professional side, right, we always ask people, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go within the organization? Where do you see your path?
Underwriters, they want to go into the closing department, because what we find is that when people are doing what they really enjoy doing, and they're in what we call the genius zone, then they're unstoppable. Just allowing them to take their career to the next level.
Our fourth core value is counting on one another. Now, Rich and I knew that if we could really get this right, that we could build the tallest skyscraper on the most solid foundation. And so we do things called managing by agreement. And what that means is we create agreements with our coworkers. We create that if we're counting on someone to provide something for us, that we have an agreement, a mutually agreed upon terms of how we're going to get them back.
And we always say the proof is in the pudding, right? You can say you can count on me, but until you actually demonstrate it to people, and they try you time and time again, and they form agreements with us. We demonstrate to them how to do an agreement, and they're creating agreements with us, and we're coming through. And it's really great to know that people can count on us. And it's not just something we say, but it's something we actually live by.
The fifth one is the funnest, right? It's having fun. We've worked at a lot of companies, and we just sometimes we didn't have that fun factor, and so we go out of our way to make sure that us as a company, that we have fun. Everybody that comes into the corporate office gets a Nerf gun. And sometimes you gotta let loose and fire up people in the office and just get that steam out. But we all get it, and we love it. We do that thing called Champagne Friday, where we all get together at 4:30 on Friday and just share what's going on for the weekend, right? And just be able to understand each other better, more out of work.